Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 10th, 2018. Have a strong hand, like this shirt says. Golden hold. Long-term thinking. All right. And also, you can get this t-shirt. It's linked to below, cryptoverge.com. Thanks for the t-shirt, man. It's the strong hand t-shirt. Always be holding. Yes. All right. Self-discipline equals freedom. Hey, and remember, there are affiliate links below. You can get a Trezor, Ledger Nano, Torguard.net affiliate program, get anonymous VPN, and proxy at Torguard. That is linked to below if you care about your privacy and you want to get into that kind of thing. All right. So let's jump right into what I saw on CoinDesk earlier. A banner on the top of CoinDesk jumped out at me. It was a banner for Dash. Yes, a banner advertisement for the cryptocurrency Dash. Now, we all know they have a marketing budget. They're basically the marketing coin, and it's intriguing to see what direction they're going in here. First of all, the banner said, not intended as an investment, purchase at your own risk. It linked to dashinformer.com, and I linked to that below. And I'm going to quote from that site. Okay. It's not the main Dash site. It's not dash.org. It's a little different, but they obviously produced it, I'm pretty sure. And they say, we've all heard the horror stories of Bitcoin's transaction fee continuing to rise, now averaging over $30. What? All right. How will cryptocurrency ever be used to buy a coffee? Oh my God. If it costs $30 to send Bitcoin to someone, with Dash, transfers cost less than a single cent. The core developers view this as essential. They're talking about the Dash core developer as essential to making a compelling use case for Dash to be implemented throughout the economy. Transfer time, 1 second. Did you know that it takes hours to make a Bitcoin transaction? With Dash, transfers can happen instantly, allowing merchants to receive your payments 1 second after you send it with their InstaSend feature. All right. Okay. So they lay it pretty hard, heavy and hard, or whatever, hot and heavy with their propaganda there. And yeah, they really haven't updated the Bitcoin situation. Because why should they? Why should they care that Bitcoin is fast and cheap now? They're going to still say that story. That's their marketing gimmick. Part of their gimmick is to rip on Bitcoin. It has been for a while. It doesn't say much about your coin when you have to rip on Bitcoin, though. But let's see how this plays out. You know, they are the marketing coin. They've got a lot of money. They're centralized, obviously. They obviously have a marketing campaign out there that I've stumbled upon because they advertise on CoinDesk. The coffee, the coffee reference sounds like something straight out of the Bcash playbook there. So maybe that's a challenge to Bcash. Yeah, I thought that, in the end of the day, if people actually ever do daily transactions with cryptocurrency, which they don't do now. I mean, it's just not real. It's who spends their cryptocurrency on coffee now? No one. Why give up your precious Bitcoin for a coffee? Who the heck does that? Anyway, but one day when people actually do that, Bcash and Dash will battle it out. I'm serious about that. They're definitely appealing to the same market, same demographic, whatever. The people that have the same issue that doesn't exist yet, the issue that does not exist yet. So that issue being the need to use cryptocurrency to buy things that are like $2. So also here, the dash.org team, or the Dash core team, I linked to that also. They're responsible for developing the currency, has grown to 70 full-time employees, and it includes a CEO and a chief marketing officer. So the Dash core team, they have a CEO. I mean, it's an interesting structure you got over there, Dash. You're very, you've got a corporate structure. Hey, maybe that's going to work for you there. Maybe that type of centralization is going to work. Some people are going to like that. There, by the way, that's that first site. They explain a lot of things on there. They make it really easy. They're not just appealing to guys. They're definitely appealing to the ladies. I think there was a Dash fan in my comment section one day that said, Dash, they're trying to appeal to the women too. Well, hey man, that is a big market. Are women are they going to want to get into Dash? I have no idea. But they do have Amanda Johnson, obviously, is a spokesperson they've used in the past. That appeals to ladies. When they see a lady out there, they want to get in on the trend, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they have a CEO and a chief marketing officer. Okay. So it's an interesting experiment. We'll see what the market has to say. Right now, I hope they're not advertising too much during this bear market for altcoins. I mean, they might be blowing a lot of money. I mean, they might think like now is the time to jump on this thing. But I don't know. And all the people that would, possibly stumble upon that website and then do everything that they say to do on how to buy Dash, I don't know if there are too many of them right now during a bear market. Who knows? And people who buy during a bear market are, long-term thinkers. People are like, okay, this thing is super cheap now. I think the people that this marketing campaign, it appeals to the mass market, to trendy people who want to jump in on something they think they're going to get rich on. Yeah, so if I was on the Dash marketing team, I wouldn't be ramping it up right now. But they got a lot of money. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's for all you Dash people out there. I mean, you caught my attention with that. You caught my attention with the banner ad. I don't know who else pays attention to banner ads. Pound that like button, people, if you're enjoying this video. You'll hear this kind of thing nowhere else. It's all original stories here, people. All right, so I came up with a new term, Bitcoin peaker. Now, what is a Bitcoin peaker? Well, here, the guys over at what is this? Bloomberg? I don't even know who the heck did this. They say an analyst at Barclays compares Bitcoin to an infectious disease. Has Bitcoin peaked? And this analyst, whatever, he said, the guy at Barclays says, yes, it's peaked. So there you go. We hear a lot of this type of FUD, and it's a special type of FUD. It's the Bitcoin peaker. And I, used to hear this in 2014 also. 1100 was the peak. That was peak Bitcoin. So now they're coming out of the woodwork again. And just like back in 2014, when a peaker speaks, when a peaker tweets, you got to save that tweet for later. You pull it out and you just like, look at this. They said it peaked in 2014. It didn't peak. They said it peaked in 2018 or 2017. It didn't peak. Whenever it goes up in terms of fiat, because again, we value our wealth in Bitcoin. This guy is talking about fiat because one Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin, and you get your crypto dividends, which is more than one Bitcoin. When you add it all up, you get your Bitcoin plus the crypto dividends. That's more than one Bitcoin. But anyway, no, this dude is saying that it's hit its fiat peak. He's a Bitcoin peaker, and this will come back to haunt him in the future. I can't predict on what day, but save it. Think 2020. Pull it out in 2020 at least. You'll have a blast. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. The Bitcoin peaker, a special kind of fudster. All right, so, yesterday's show, I was talking. I mentioned those who define the category usually win the category, and I think a few people out there got confused because they were saying, well, MySpace was first. It's not about who's first. That's not what that means. The first does not necessarily win. Now, when you had MySpace come out, then you had Facebook came out. And Facebook clearly defined the category. It was so much more than MySpace. So I believe, we've been in this cryptocurrency game for quite a while now. What's it, 9 years? Bitcoin happened to be first, but it's it defined what a cryptocurrency is. You don't need to be a bunch of bells and whistles and exciting things jumping out at you to be a good golden hold, new savings account, long-term thinking cryptocurrency. Now, again, other categories are different. Some need to have a lot of bells and whistles on them. Obviously, social media, you did. Facebook defined what. Now you can't, there's not going to be the next Facebook. No one can beat Facebook. Hopefully we can have decentralized social media sites. That'll be totally different. Steam, I talk about a lot. That's a different thing. That won't beat Facebook at its own game. Okay. It's creating a whole new game. It's a whole new category what Steam it is. Good example there. I just pulled that out there. But again, I'm not defining the category does not mean you're first. I mean, Google was not the first search engine, but they truly defined it also. Okay. They truly defined what a search. At first people thought, this Yahoo's kind of good. It's kind of clunky and everything, and then, Google came along soon after, and I think 3 years after, 2 years, I don't know. No, Google defined what a search, and no one will surpass Google. We all know that now. I mean, you can't, in terms of search, Google is Google. That's it. They define that category. So anyway, I'm okay. I just read. Remember, follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. All right, Matt Odell has a tweet that quotes Vitalik Buterin. And this tweet links to the video where he quotes Vitalik from. And Vitalik, it's the last part of this tweet that's very important in the cryptocurrency space. For all the people who are impulsive and who like to rush, this one's for you. This is not Bitcoin, right? Miners are not in control here. If there comes a day when they have majority hash power and try to use it for evil, then we'll basically just speed up Casper development and to heck with any bugs. He didn't say the word heck. He said the other word. It's like heck. But to heck with any bugs? That is reckless, dude. That is the reckless part. You can rip on Bitcoin or whatever you want to do. That's fine. But who wants to be involved with a cryptocurrency where the centralized leader says to heck with any bugs, that he would release a product with bugs in it? Remember when everyone saw if 2x would have become Bitcoin, the bug that it was a deadly bug that would have destroyed Bitcoin. So to heck with any bugs in Ethereum, just to do what you don't rush things, dude. You never rush things. So I mean, I'm sure he can backtrack this statement and say it's interpreted wrong or whatever. But still, you to heck with any bugs. That's not how the people in Bitcoin act. Okay, that's how the people who try to rush things. And remember, Bcash, like them or hate them, they tried to rush that solution. They didn't want to wait for SegWit. They didn't want to. No. We have to have this now. We have to have bigger blocks now. We must, get the same with the 2x people. We have to have this now. They had that same mentality that's conveyed in the to heck with any bugs. It's impulsive, and in the long run, impulsivity destroys people. It destroys people. So I did not think that was very impressive of Vitalik, that last part there, to heck with any bugs. All right. So sometimes when I'm on Twitter, I'll randomly see new people following me, and one will just kind of jump out. And again, I'm a TechBalt on there and on Steemit, and both it's just great, guys. Thanks for following me on both of them. Steemit, I'm Bitcoin Meister. But on Twitter, I see this guy, he calls himself Bgold African Community. He uses the whole term, but I'm just calling it Bgold. Bgold African Community? And so I linked to his Twitter below. He's a random guy in Ghana, and I just started to talk to him. That is the beauty of Twitter, of being in motion, and of cryptocurrency. Like, you're going to get some freak combinations out there. The more this cryptocurrency thing grows, you're going to have fans of all sorts of altcoins and Bitcoin and crypto dividends in all sorts of countries, all sorts of interesting combinations. So I don't know why this guy in Ghana likes Bgold. He likes it. That's great. That's great for him. Put a big smile on my face. Thanks for following me, dude. And there's a lot of creativity out in this space. There's a lot of creative combinations we're going to see in the future. There's a lot of growth out there, and I just see it on all the continents. I mean, we're going to have guys in Malawi one day talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin, and it's, you know, this world is a changing, and that guy's in motion. So good job, dude, for being in motion. And you know, I take people that are in this, that are established in this space. They take note of people in motion and they reach out. You know, I reached out to that dude, so. And then check him out. I don't know what he's about exactly yet, but there he goes. You know, things like that pop into just, I notice them sometimes. And there have been times where it's been really awesome. You know, I've met some interesting people that way in this space. You never know. It's always good to be in motion in this space. There's some creative, interesting minds out there all over this world on all sorts of continents. All right, finally. Well, this is, okay, we're getting toward the Bitcoin part of the show is sort of over now. I'll talk a little bit more about it. But there's a New York Post article out there. The world's hottest shopping city is becoming a ghost town. All right. It talks about some of Manhattan, some once popular blocks for retail sales are now somewhat empty of retail stores, and the people are complaining about Amazon and how people don't buy at storefronts as much anymore. And there was a little bit about how the government should intervene and force the people to rent out, lower their rent expectations. And let me tell you, you got to pivot sometimes, people. The world changes. You know, there's no milkman anymore either. There's no horse and buggy anymore, and not everyone wants to buy mink coats anymore. You know, it's some people. You know, I would advise to everyone out there, you know, don't buy all these extravagant things that you used to be able to buy in Manhattan from these ridiculous stores. I mean, you don't need to get the fanciest name brand designer clothing anymore that you used to get there. Just, you know, if you need clothes, get it online. If you're not getting fatter and you're not growing anymore, you don't really need clothes. Just try to preserve what you got, man. Or just become a Bitcoin personality and people send you like 16 different shirts when you're gone from Baltimore. Anyway, and just wear them all the time like I do. And yeah, when you guys see me in Denver and Los Angeles and wherever, again, I'll be in Los Angeles speaking on the 17th and in Denver on the 25th. Yeah, I'll be wearing these type of t-shirts. But anyway, going back to the point, eventually people are going to complain about Bitcoin changing money. Like, oh, I miss regular dollar bills. I don't like that things are going digital now. And they're gonna want things to stay. They're not staying the same. Things are going digital, people. Get on the right side of the digital divide, okay? You don't want to get on the Fed coin side, or whatever you want to call it. The bank's completely keeping track of you through digital dollars. You have the option to get into Bitcoin now, or you can complain that you don't like the way things are going, or that Bitcoin's too. Just like these dudes are complaining that the stores, woe is me. Why do I have to buy online now? Why can't I just spend lots of money at some Manhattan designer store? Oh no, pivot. Learn to pivot, people. Learn to be proactive. Be in motion. All of that great things I say. That I always say. All right, so pound the like button. All right, so that's the end of the show. Now you're going to see on your screen, there's some links that are popping up there. If you're watching this taped, click on those links. Subscribe to this channel. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. I will see you guys that are live in the chat right now. Take care. Bye.